They laughed when you disappeared, didn't they? Not loudly, not to your face, but quietly. The way people do when they think you're finished. The way they whisper your name like it already belongs to the past. The way silence replaces respect and absence becomes your new identity. And right now, if we're being honest, part of you wonders if maybe they were right. Because the nights have been heavy, the days repetitive, the effort invisible, and every time you tried to stand back up, life seemed to add more weight to your shoulders. But listen carefully, because this moment, right here, is not the end of your story. It's the part they never see coming. This is where legends disappear before they return better. Not louder, not angrier, but sharper, colder, disciplined, rebuilt from the inside out. Because the truth nobody tells you is that falling apart is often the entry price for becoming someone unrecognizable. And you didn't lose your way. You went underground. You didn't quit. You were recalibrating. You didn't fail. You were being stripped of everything weak, unnecessary, and fake, so that what remains can no longer be broken. And yes, it hurt when you were ignored, underestimated, overlooked, forgotten, replaced, doubted, and written off. But pain is a teacher that doesn't repeat lessons for free. And every time you survived something you thought would end you, your nervous system hardened, your mind sharpened, your tolerance for excuses dropped, and somewhere along the way you stopped asking for permission to become dangerous. Because that's what return better actually means. Not revenge, not noise, not proving people wrong with words, but proving yourself right with consistency so ruthless it scares even you. Because the version of you that's coming back doesn't beg for attention, doesn't explain themselves, doesn't chase validation. They move in silence. They train when nobody claps. They plan when nobody believes. They grow when nobody's watching. And they understand that discipline is not motivation's loud cousin, but it's quiet executioner. The one that shows up when motivation disappears. And right now, motivation might be dead for you. But discipline is alive, waiting, breathing, patient. Because discipline doesn't care how you feel. It cares what you do. And that's why your comeback won't look dramatic at first. It'll look boring, repetitive, lonely, and slow. Because real power is built where nobody's filming, nobody's cheering, and nobody's helping. Just you versus your own reflection, your own habits, your own past decisions, and the lies you used to tell yourself to feel better about staying small. But you're done with comfort, because comfort kept you average. Comfort kept you explainable. Comfort kept you stuck in cycles you outgrew years ago. And now you're choosing pressure. Not because it's easy, but because pressure reveals who you really are. And under pressure, you don't break anymore. You focus, you sharpen, you adapt, you become efficient. You stop wasting energy on people who don't matter, and start investing everything into the person you're becoming. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody owes you belief. Nobody is required to see your potential. And once you accept that, something dangerous happens. Responsibility transfers fully to you. And with responsibility comes freedom. Because now your success or failure belongs to no one else. And you stop waiting for signs and start becoming one. You stop asking why me and start declaring watch me. Not out loud, not online, but through daily actions so consistent they compound into something unstoppable. Because small wins repeated daily turn into unrecognizable transformations. And the people who once dismissed you will swear it happened overnight, but you'll know the truth. You'll remember the mornings you didn't want to wake up, but did anyway. The nights you wanted to quit, but stayed focused. The days you made progress nobody could see. And that's why when you return, you won't be desperate to explain yourself. You won't need apologies. You won't chase closure. because growth closed every chapter for you. And you'll understand that some people were never meant to walk with you. They were meant to doubt you so you could learn to walk alone. And solitude didn't weaken you. It refined you. Because isolation removes distraction. And distraction was the enemy all along, not lack of talent, not lack of opportunity, but lack of focus. And now your focus is lethal. Because you know exactly what you want and what you're willing to sacrifice for it. And you're no longer negotiating with yourself. Because every time you negotiated in the past, you lost, you delayed, you softened your standards, and you paid for it with regret. But this time is different. This time you're not trying to be liked. You're trying to be better. And better requires discomfort, discipline, patience, and the humility to start again without applause. Because the most powerful people don't announce their return. They let results do the talking. They let silence build suspense. And when they finally step back into the light, people feel it before they see it. Because energy doesn't lie, confidence doesn't scream, and strength doesn't rush. It arrives on time. Fully formed, undeniable. And that's why you don't need to rush your comeback. You need to respect it, protect it, and build it brick by brick, habit by habit, choice by choice. Because the goal isn't to return the same person with louder confidence. The goal is to return as someone who doesn't recognize their old limits. Someone who turned pain into precision, doubt into discipline, and setbacks into systems. And yes, there will be days you feel behind, days you feel tired, days you question if it's worth it. But every day you don't quit, you win. Every day you choose progress over comfort, you win. Every day you show up despite fear, you win. And those wins stack quietly until one day you look back and realize you are no longer chasing anything. You are becoming something. Something that doesn't need approval, doesn't need validation, and doesn't need revenge. Because success handled correctly is the loudest response. And when you finally return, people won't ask what happened. They'll ask how. And you won't have an answer they expect. Because the truth is simple and terrifying. You stopped quitting on yourself. You stopped lying to yourself. And you decided that no matter how long it took, you would build a version of yourself that could never be ignored again. Not because of noise, but because of presence. And that's the power of returning better. Not broken, not bitter, not rushed, but rebuilt, refined, and ready to dominate a world that thought you were done. Because domination isn't loud when it's real. It's quiet, controlled, almost unsettling. The kind that makes rooms shift when you walk in. The kind that doesn't need to announce achievements, because your posture, your focus, your calm already speak for you. And this is where most people fail to understand your journey. They think strength looks like hype, and motivation looks like excitement. But the strongest people you'll ever meet are calm. Because chaos no longer lives inside them. They already fought that war in silence. When nobody cared. When nobody checked in. When nobody believed. And that's when you learn the most important lesson of all. That confidence isn't built when things go right. It's built when things go wrong. And you still choose discipline over despair. Structure over self-pity. Progress over excuses. And that choice, repeated enough times, changes your identity. Because you are not what you promise. You are not what you plan. You are not what you feel. You are what you repeatedly do when no one is watching. And once that truth hits you, excuses start sounding embarrassing. Complaints start feeling heavy. And procrastination starts feeling like betrayal. Because you know exactly what you're capable of now. You've seen yourself survive things you once thought would destroy you. And that knowledge is dangerous. Because now fear doesn't stop you the way it used to. Doubt doesn't paralyze you the same way. And obstacles don't intimidate you. They activate you. Because you no longer see resistance as a sign to stop. You see it as confirmation that you're moving in the right direction. And yes, there will be moments where the old you tries to resurface. The version that wants comfort, shortcuts, validation, rest without effort. But that version no longer controls you, because you've outgrown it. You've seen the cost of staying the same, and it was too expensive. It cost you time, respect, self-belief, and peace. And you're not paying that price again. Not now. Not ever. Because returning better isn't about proving anyone wrong. It's about making sure you never have to feel that powerless version of yourself again. It's about building standards so high that mediocrity can't survive near you. Routines so strong that chaos can't derail you. And a mindset so disciplined that emotions don't dictate your actions anymore. And this doesn't mean you won't feel tired, or frustrated, or overwhelmed. It means you won't let those feelings control the steering wheel. Because feelings are temporary, but habits are permanent, and the habits you're building now are shaping a future version of you that doesn't flinch under pressure, doesn't fold under criticism, and doesn't collapse when things get hard. Because hard is no longer scary to you. Hard is familiar. Hard is where you were forged. And every rep, every late night, every early morning, every sacrifice you made in silence added another layer to your armor. Layer by layer, until quitting became harder than continuing. And now momentum is on your side, slow at first, almost invisible, but unstoppable once it builds. Because consistency compounds whether people believe in it or not. And one day, without warning, the gap between who you were and who you've become will shock even you. You'll catch yourself handling situations with calm that once triggered panic, making decisions with clarity that once caused overthinking, and standing firm where you once folded. And that's when you'll realize the return already happened internally before the world noticed externally. Because real comebacks happen inside first. In the way you talk to yourself. In the standards you refuse to lower. In the boundaries you finally enforce. And the patience you develop when results take time. And time will test you. It always does. It will test your discipline, your focus, your belief. Especially when progress feels slow and recognition feels non-existent.